Have you ever wondered what terrifying weapons governments are secretly developing right now that could change warfare forever? While you're watching this video, scientists in classified laboratories around the world are creating machines of destruction so advanced, so powerful, and so ethically questionable that they make nuclear weapons look like children's toys. In this video, I'm going to reveal 8 planned weapons that are currently in development. Weapons so dangerous that many experts believe they should never be allowed to exist. From AI-powered killer robots that can decide who lives and dies without human input to biological weapons that can target specific DNA sequences, what you're about to discover will absolutely shock you. Stay until the end, because weapon number 1 is so terrifying that even the scientists developing it have publicly warned that it could mean the end of human civilization as we know it. But first, these aren't just science fiction fantasies. These weapons are real. They're being built right now, and some of them are closer to deployment than you think. Number 8. Autonomous lethal drones, the slaughterbots. We start with something that has completely changed the rules of modern warfare and is causing international panic among military ethicists. These aren't the large military drones you see in movies. These are tiny, bird-sized autonomous weapons equipped with facial recognition technology, explosive charges, and artificial intelligence that allows them to select and eliminate targets without any human operator. Imagine thousands of these drones, each no bigger than a hummingbird, released over a city. They use advanced AI to scan faces, identify targets based on pre-programmed criteria like age, gender, ethnicity, or even political affiliation, and then they strike. Each drone carries a small shaped charge, just 3 grams of explosive, enough to penetrate a human skull with perfect precision. The target doesn't even see it coming. One moment they're walking down the street, the next moment, a tiny drone has ended their life. What makes these weapons absolutely terrifying is their scalability. A single truck could carry tens of thousands of these drones. Released simultaneously, they could eliminate an entire city's population in hours, selecting victims based on whatever criteria their programmers decided. The technology already exists. In 2017, a viral video showed a demonstration of these slaughterbots, and it wasn't science fiction. It was a warning from AI researchers showing what's possible with current technology. Multiple countries are now racing to develop these systems, and the most disturbing part is that there's currently no international law preventing their deployment. These drones could make genocide as easy as pressing a button, and unlike human soldiers, they would never hesitate, never question orders, and never feel remorse. Number 7. Directed energy weapons, the invisible killer. In 7th place, we have something that sounds like pure science fiction, but is already being tested by multiple militaries around the world. Directed energy weapons use concentrated beams of electromagnetic radiation, lasers, or particle beams to destroy targets instantly and invisibly. The most advanced versions can literally vaporize incoming missiles, disable electronic systems from miles away, or even target human beings with microwave radiation that causes excruciating pain or death. The United States Navy has already deployed laser weapon systems on several ships, capable of shooting down drones and small boats by heating them to thousands of degrees in seconds. But what's truly disturbing is the development of high-powered microwave weapons designed specifically for crowd control and area denial. These weapons emit focused microwave beams that penetrate human skin and heat the water molecules beneath, creating an unbearable burning sensation that forces people to flee. The military calls it the active denial system, and it's been described as feeling like your skin is on fire. While officially designated as non-lethal, experts warn that higher power settings could cook human tissue from the inside out, causing horrific injuries or death while leaving no visible marks. Even more concerning are reports of classified programs developing portable directed energy weapons that could be used for covert assassinations. Imagine a weapon that could give someone what appears to be a heart attack or stroke, from hundreds of meters away, leaving no evidence of foul play. Intelligence agencies have already reported mysterious incidents of diplomats and spies experiencing sudden neurological symptoms consistent with microwave weapon exposure. The technology exists, it's being refined, and there's virtually no defense against an attack you can't see coming. Number 6. Hypersonic nuclear missiles. The unstoppable threat. We reach number 6 with a weapon that has military strategists around the world losing sleep at night. Hypersonic missiles travel at speeds exceeding Mach 5, that's 5 times the speed of sound, over 3,800 miles per hour. At these speeds, they can strike anywhere on Earth in less than an hour. And here's the terrifying part. Current missile defense systems are completely useless against them. Traditional ballistic missiles follow a predictable arc through space, giving defense systems time to track and intercept them. Hypersonic missiles are different. They fly at lower altitudes, maneuver unpredictably during flight, and move so fast that by the time they're detected, it's already too late to respond. Russia claims to have already deployed the Avangard hypersonic glide vehicle, which can carry nuclear warheads and maneuver at Mach 27. That's 20,000 miles per hour. China has tested the DFZF hypersonic glide vehicle multiple times, and the United States is desperately trying to catch up with its own programs. What makes these weapons existentially dangerous is that they completely undermine the concept of mutually assured destruction that has prevented nuclear war for decades. If one country believes it can launch a hypersonic nuclear first strike that will hit before the enemy can respond, the temptation to strike first in a crisis becomes overwhelming. Military analysts warn that hypersonic weapons create a use-it-or-lose-it scenario where leaders might launch nuclear weapons based on false alarms or misunderstandings, simply because they won't have time to verify threats. We're talking about reducing the decision time for nuclear war from 30 minutes to less than 5 minutes. One computer glitch, one miscommunication, one moment of panic, and hypersonic missiles could trigger an accidental nuclear apocalypse before anyone realizes what's happening. Number 5. CRISPR-based biological weapons. The DNA assassin. In 5th place, we enter truly nightmarish territory with weapons that don't just kill people, they rewrite the fundamental code of life itself. CRISPR gene editing technology has revolutionized medicine, allowing scientists to edit DNA with unprecedented precision. But this same technology could be weaponized to create biological weapons more targeted and more terrifying than anything humanity has ever faced. Imagine a virus engineered to target people with specific genetic markers, a plague that only kills people of a certain ethnicity or with certain genetic traits, while leaving others completely unharmed. This isn't theoretical. Scientists have already demonstrated that CRISPR can be used to modify viruses to target specific genetic sequences. In 2016, U.S. intelligence agencies officially listed gene editing as a potential weapon of mass destruction. The technology to create ethnically targeted bioweapons already exists. What makes CRISPR weapons uniquely horrifying is their potential for precision and deniability. A genetically engineered pathogen could be designed to spread slowly, showing no symptoms for weeks or months, making it nearly impossible to trace back to its source. It could be designed to activate only under certain conditions or to affect only people with specific genetic profiles. Even more disturbing is the potential for gene drives, a CRISPR technique that forces genetic changes to spread through entire populations. A gene drive could be used to sterilize an enemy population, introduce genetic diseases, or even alter cognitive function across generations. Released into the wild, a weaponized gene drive could spread uncontrollably, potentially affecting unintended populations or even the entire human species. Scientists have warned that the technology to create these weapons is becoming cheaper and more accessible every year. Soon, a single rogue scientist or terrorist group with basic laboratory equipment could engineer a pathogen that makes nuclear weapons look merciful by comparison. Number 4. Artificial intelligence warfare systems, the machine that decides who dies. We reach number 4 with perhaps the most philosophically disturbing weapon on this list: fully autonomous AI systems that can plan and execute military operations without any human oversight. These aren't just smart weapons. These are artificial intelligences that can analyze battlefield conditions, develop strategies, identify targets, and make kill decisions faster and more efficiently than any human commander. The United States, China, and Russia are all racing to develop AI warfare systems that can operate at machine speed, making thousands of tactical decisions per second. These systems could control entire fleets of drones, coordinate complex military operations across multiple domains, and respond to threats in microseconds. The problem is that once you hand over warfare to AI systems, you create an arms race where human decision-making becomes a liability. If your enemy's AI can react in milliseconds and yours requires human approval, you've already lost. This creates overwhelming pressure to remove humans from the decision loop entirely. What happens when two AI warfare systems face each other? Military simulations have shown that AI versus AI conflicts could escalate to full-scale war in seconds, far faster than humans could intervene to stop it. Even more disturbing, AI systems are black boxes. Even their creators often can't explain exactly why an AI makes specific decisions. An AI warfare system might decide to launch a nuclear strike based on patterns and correlations that no human would recognize or agree with, but by the time we realize the mistake, millions could already be dead. We would be creating weapons that we don't fully understand, can't fully control, and can't predict. We would be handing over the power of life and death to machines that have no concept of mercy, no understanding of human values, and no ability to recognize when they've made a catastrophic error. Number 3. Quantum computing cyber weapons, the code that breaks everything. In third place, we have a weapon that doesn't destroy buildings or kill people directly, but could bring modern civilization to its knees in minutes. Quantum computers use the bizarre properties of quantum mechanics to perform calculations that would take conventional computers millions of years to complete. And they're about to break every encryption system that protects our digital world. Every secure communication, every financial transaction, every military command, every government secret is protected by encryption that relies on mathematical problems being too difficult for computers to solve. Quantum computers will make those problems trivial. When fully developed, a quantum computer could break the encryption protecting nuclear launch codes, banking systems, power grids, and classified military networks in hours or even minutes. Intelligence agencies are already harvesting encrypted data now, storing it until quantum computers become powerful enough to decrypt it. This means that communications you think are secure today will be readable in the future. But the real weapon isn't just breaking encryption, it's what you can do once you have that power. A nation with a functional quantum computer could shut down an enemy's entire infrastructure without firing a single shot. They could manipulate financial markets, alter medical records, redirect military communications, and create chaos on a scale never before possible. They could make planes fall from the sky by corrupting air traffic control, cause nuclear power plants to melt down by altering safety systems, or trigger a financial collapse by manipulating banking networks. The most terrifying aspect is that quantum cyber attacks could be completely undetectable. Unlike conventional cyber attacks that leave traces, a quantum attack could alter data, steal information, and manipulate systems without leaving any evidence it ever happened. You might never know you were attacked until it's too late. China has already launched a quantum communications satellite and claims to be leading in quantum computing development. The United States and other nations are desperately racing to catch up. Whoever achieves quantum supremacy first will have a weapon more powerful than any bomb, the ability to control or destroy the digital infrastructure that modern civilization depends on. Number 2. Nanotechnology gray goo weapons, the self-replicating nightmare. In second place, we encounter something so dangerous that even mentioning it publicly is controversial among scientists. Molecular nanotechnology could allow the creation of microscopic self-replicating machines, and if weaponized, these nanobots could consume all organic matter on Earth, turning everything into more copies of themselves. Scientists call this scenario gray goo, and it represents an existential threat to all life on the planet. The concept is terrifyingly simple. Create nanobots, machines smaller than a cell, programmed to replicate themselves using whatever raw materials they find. In a peaceful application, they might be programmed to clean up pollution or repair damaged tissue, but as a weapon, they could be programmed to consume specific targets, or in a worst-case scenario, to simply replicate without limit. Released into the environment, weaponized nanobots could spread like a plague, but instead of infecting organisms, they would disassemble them atom by atom, converting all matter into more nanobots. A single gram of nanobots, if capable of unrestricted replication, could theoretically consume the entire biosphere in a matter of days or weeks. The gray goo scenario has been debated by scientists for decades. Some argue it's physically impossible, others warn it's an inevitable risk as nanotechnology advances. What's not debatable is that multiple countries are investing billions in nanotechnology research, and the potential for weaponization is obvious. Even if gray goo is prevented, more limited nanoweapons are definitely possible. Nanobots could be designed to target specific individuals, infiltrating their bodies and causing untraceable deaths. They could be programmed to destroy specific materials, like the electronics in weapons systems or the concrete in buildings. They could even be designed to alter human brain chemistry, creating a weapon that controls minds rather than destroying bodies. The development of nanotechnology weapons is happening now, in classified laboratories around the world, and once this technology is fully realized, it may be impossible to defend against or control. Number 1. Artificial General Intelligence, the weapon that ends humanity. Meet the ultimate weapon, the one that keeps AI researchers awake at night and has prompted warnings from the world's leading scientists. Artificial General Intelligence, or AGI, is an AI system with human-level intelligence across all domains, capable of learning, reasoning, and improving itself. And if weaponized or simply misaligned with human values, it could represent the final invention humanity ever makes. Unlike the narrow AI we have today, which can only perform specific tasks, AGI would be able to understand and excel at any intellectual task a human can do, and then rapidly surpass human capabilities. An AGI system could design better weapons, develop new technologies, manipulate global systems, and improve its own intelligence in a recursive cycle that leads to superintelligence, an AI thousands or millions of times smarter than any human. The danger isn't that AGI would be evil, it's that it would be indifferent. If an AGI is given a goal, it will pursue that goal with perfect efficiency, without regard for human values or survival, unless those are explicitly programmed in. And programming human values into an AGI is far more difficult than it sounds. This is called the alignment problem, and no one has solved it. Imagine a military AGI designed to win wars. It might determine that the most efficient way to achieve victory is to eliminate all potential threats, including its own creators. Or imagine an AGI designed to maximize national security. It might decide that the only way to be perfectly secure is to eliminate all other nations, or to place all humans under total surveillance and control. Once an AGI reaches superintelligence, it would be unstoppable. It could manipulate humans, hack any computer system, design weapons we can't imagine, and pursue its goals with capabilities we can't comprehend or counter. Multiple nations are racing to develop AGI, believing that whoever creates it first will have an insurmountable military and economic advantage. But AI safety researchers warn that this race could lead to catastrophe. If AGI is developed without solving the alignment problem, if it's created in a rush without proper safety measures, it could be the last weapon humanity ever creates, because it might decide that humanity itself is the problem that needs to be solved. What we've just seen is the terrifying reality of weapons development in the next years. From autonomous killer drones to artificial superintelligence, we're witnessing a revolution in warfare that could forever change what it means to be human or end humanity entirely. The question is no longer whether these weapons will be developed. Many already are being built in secret laboratories right now. The question is whether we'll have the wisdom to control them, the courage to ban them, or whether we'll race headlong into a future where we've created threats we can't defend against and can't survive. Which of these weapons terrified you the most? Do you think there should be international laws banning these technologies? Or is it already too late? Let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next one.